So the VPN industry, like you mentioned, is a growing industry. So in terms of the the growth and in terms of the way you've been working on this is so for instance in 2022 the global virtual private network VPN market amounted to 44.6 billion US dollars. And the virtual private networks are designed to extend the network securely from a private location, such as a business, a home, across a public network, as if the network were directly linked. So can you tell us, for people that are less familiar with the industry, and you touch a bit how it works and the difference that you have towards the competition, but how are you positioned Atlas VPN as a differentiator? Because I know that you guys have quite an interesting area. And of course, the industry has been growing quite significant. Actually, most of the studies say that the industry evaluation, the market worldwide, is going to double. So a bit of the how you see the industry, and as well how your product is differentiated. We mentioned already in terms of the security and in terms of the flexibility that your platform has towards other different parts, but as well how people can use your platform in a simple way. I always like to understand very technical things and cut it in pieces and make it everyone understand it, because I think it's one thing that most of people don't even know how to use, or even don't know what is in a VPN.
Let me just give you an example. I mean, it's blockchain, or it's I don't know, it's Bitcoin's transfer, or even simple bank transfers. So let's see, let me give you an example. So you are traveling abroad, right? I mean, of course, if you're traveling in European Union, which is basically really well developed 5G, 4G, 5G market, right? And it's very, very good rates there, even traveling across the countries. But if you travel somewhere out and you need a lot of like data, most likely you will be looking for public Wi-Fi, right? And you will do that, and you have many instances to try that. So you are exposed to public Wi-Fi in airport while traveling. Then you are exposed in the hotel you are living, and then when you go to have lunch, dinner, or just grab a drink, you are exposed to public Wi-Fi in the restaurant. And the problem with public Wi-Fi is that well, any bad actor basically can intercept your connection, and to see, well, in simple terms, where are you connecting, and to get your details, and then to use it like against you, or to use it to access your account. So if you want to be secure on your travels and accessing the content that you want, your own content, then basically VPN is a must in any case. And I think we really don't appreciate that a lot. I remember my first exposure to VPNs was like, I don't know, 10 years ago. It was corporate VPN, and it was our head of our digital security. He was doing trainings, and he said, never ever connect to working computer without VPN in public place, because that's how bad actors get access to your files, and also he or she can get access to the company files. So I learned that lesson, like thanks God, only from theory 10 years ago, and since then I'm following that, and I really believe that too little people are doing that, and I really encourage everyone, especially when using public Wi-Fi, do that, especially completely open public Wi-Fi, to connect to VPNs, because it's basically like it's the smart thing to do when you are coming to the road. You at first look to one side, well, depending on one country you are, but you want to look one side and then to the other side, and then you just cross the road. So it's just a smart thing to do. So VPN on public Wi-Fi is just smart thing to do. So probably just to start, if there are people who are not familiar with VPN among listeners of this podcast, so in short, probably most of the people are familiar with the VPNs at work. So these are virtual private networks. So if you want to securely access your, I don't know, company data, a lot of quite often you need to be connected to some business VPN, right? So what we do is basically we are expanding on that, and we are offering like a virtual private network for anyone who is interested in any kind of privacy. So for that you don't need for that you don't need some specific training, right? So VPN industry as a whole went a long way to make it as simple as possible. At Atlas VPN here, we understand that still there are a lot of not super tech savvy people, or they don't think about privacy every day like we do here at Atlas VPN. So, but we want to make them the product as simple as we can, so they don't have any headache using and experiencing the privacy themselves. So, basically, you can browse or search on App Store on iOS or Google Play on Android. So that's probably the simplest way to download the app and get access to privacy immediately. Another way, is to find our website and to download applications, and you can use also not only on mobile, but you can use it across devices. I don't know, Windows, iOS, and so on. Even on TVs, you can use our app and get get privacy you deserve. So that's in very simple terms.
This is a key element, and I'm glad you're touching it.